Hi, I'm Divine Harmony with the Cosmic Insight for the week of Monday, June 9th through Sunday, June 15th. On Monday, Neptune in Pisces stations retrograde, bringing focus to the planet of mysticism, compassion, illusion, and confusion. Neptune in Pisces is very spiritual and creative and idealistic, and when Neptune is stationary, all the Neptunian themes are heightened. Essentially, the veil between the worlds is thin, and the week or so before and after Neptune stations, our dreams, our intuition, and our psychic abilities are definitely heightened. But we also have to be aware that there's a strong sense of illusion or confusion that is also present. The tendency to pull the wool over our eyes, see what we want to see, and not see the truth necessarily is heightened right now. So being aware of that as we navigate the week is definitely recommended. On Thursday, Venus sextiles Neptune for a second time. Venus sextiled Neptune last week, and it happens again this week because Neptune just stationed retrograde and is making his way backwards. Essentially, Neptune is stationing in aspect to Venus. The positive use of this is actually bridging our lower heart with our higher heart, our own desires and needs with the bigger picture and where we are here to just give back and love and forgive others. It's a very romantic, creative, artistic, and spiritual aspect, and we can tap into it and really show our love for others and create things of unimaginable beauty. So channeling this energy wisely is definitely recommended. Yet at the same time, Venus opposes Saturn. Venus-Neptune is all bliss and lovey, and Venus-Saturn is a little more practical and realistic. The positive side is Venus-Saturn can help us be more grounded and masterful and see the shadow, not just the light, so that we can integrate the two, particularly in relationships and financial situations. Venus-Saturn can bring a pivotal point in relationships or love and money situations where we need to address things, where we need to pare down, prune away what's no longer working, and look at, the heavier side of things. This isn't bad in and of itself. Things tend to get heavy when we let them build up, and so Venus opposite Saturn is an opportunity to drop the baggage. On the same day, there's a full moon in Sagittarius, bringing things to light, climax, or consciousness. This is the halfway point of the lunar cycle we're in, that began with the new moon 2 weeks ago. Full moons tend to bring things up for us to address, and with a full moon in Sagittarius, it's all about information, what we believe, and what we think we know. This full moon is actually intense aspect to Jupiter, and so Jupiter's Sagittarius energy tends to think, I know the truth and let me share it with everyone. And so this full moon can ask us to look at where we think we know everything and maybe we don't, and where more information needs to come in, or where perhaps we need to open our minds and see something that's always been there, but we've been avoiding it. With Jupiter's tense aspect, Jupiter's actually in watery emotional Cancer. Very different energy than the fiery full moon. And so there can be very potent and intense emotional energies up at this full moon, but if we know it ahead of time, we can navigate them with awareness. And last but not least, also on Thursday, Saturn in Scorpio trines Chiron in Pisces. Saturn is the planet of grounding, mastery, personal responsibility, and Chiron is the planetoid of healing and awareness and consciousness. When these two align, we have very significant opportunities to do deep healing work that's very cathartic, particularly when it comes to emotions. Seeing our own shadow, owning it, and then choosing to do things to heal and transcend it can be a focus at this time. The week ends with Mars in Libra square Pluto on Saturday. Mars is the lower will, Pluto is the higher will. When they go head to head, we can find ourselves at a battle of wills with other people, internally with ourselves. Mars has actually been triggering Uranus and Pluto, as well as Jupiter, for a while now. And over the next 2 weeks, he's going to trigger them for the last time. So opportunities to look at where we need to take action, where we need to assert ourselves or speak our truth, or alternatively where we need to address where we're being aggressive, impulsive, restless, or irritable, is a focus. Learning how to channel our will and our drive so that it is focused on some higher perspective and not just being driven by the ego is definitely recommended at this time. Otherwise, you may find yourself in all kinds of altercations with other people. Yours in the stars.